Ever wondered if it's possible to rewrite your DNA? To take control of the blueprint that determines your health, aging, and even your potential lifespan? Most of us believe our DNA is fixed, like an unchangeable script we're born with. But what if there's a fascinating process that allows you to influence how your genes are expressed? This groundbreaking science challenges everything we thought we knew about genetics. Stay tuned, because in today's video, we're uncovering the truth about whether it's truly possible to upgrade your DNA. Welcome to Levitas. What is epigenetics? Epigenetics is the science of how gene expression can be influenced by external and internal factors without altering the DNA sequence itself. Think of your DNA as the blueprint of a house. Traditional genetics focuses on the fixed instructions in the blueprint, determining things like eye color or blood type. Epigenetics, on the other hand, is like a light switch that controls which parts of the blueprint are turned on or off. Your genes don't operate in isolation. Instead, they're influenced by chemical tags called epigenetic marks. These marks act like dimmer switches, controlling the intensity of a gene's activity. For example, they can dictate whether a gene associated with inflammation is activated or suppressed. Epigenetics is revolutionary because it reveals that our genes are not destiny. Environmental factors such as diet, exercise, sleep, and exposure to toxins can modify these epigenetic marks. Unlike mutations, which permanently alter the DNA sequence, epigenetic changes are reversible. This distinction has huge implications for how we understand health, aging, and even disease prevention. In short, while your DNA provides the script, epigenetics determines how the story is told, and it's a story you have the power to influence. How your daily habits influence your genes. Your daily habits have a profound impact on your genes through epigenetic mechanisms. Every choice you make, what you eat, how much you exercise, and even how well you sleep, sends signals to your body that can modify gene expression. For example, a diet rich in antioxidants and healthy fats can activate genes linked to longevity, while processed foods and sugar trigger genes associated with inflammation and disease. Exercise can upregulate genes that promote muscle repair and fat metabolism, while smoking or chronic stress can turn on genes linked to aging and illness. Your habits shape your health at the genetic level. How does stress affect your genes? Stress doesn't just impact your mental health, it leaves a signature on your genes. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which prepare you for fight or flight. While this response is helpful in short bursts, chronic stress can alter gene expression in harmful ways. Epigenetic changes caused by stress often target genes related to inflammation, immunity, and brain health. For instance, prolonged stress can activate genes that increase inflammation throughout the body, contributing to conditions like cardiovascular disease and autoimmune disorders. It can also suppress genes involved in neuroplasticity, reducing your brain's ability to adapt and repair itself, which may increase the risk of cognitive decline. Studies have even shown that stress can affect the telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes. Chronic stress accelerates telomere shortening, a hallmark of cellular aging. The result is premature aging, weakened immunity, and higher susceptibility to diseases. The good news is that mindfulness, meditation, and stress reduction practices can counteract these effects, demonstrating how lifestyle changes can positively influence your genes. Stress may leave its mark, but you have the power to rewrite the script. Is epigenetics a form of gene editing? No, epigenetics is not the same as gene editing, but it's equally fascinating. Gene editing, such as CRISPR technology, involves directly altering the DNA sequence itself, like rewriting parts of the blueprint. Epigenetics, on the other hand, doesn't change the DNA sequence. It modifies how genes are expressed. Think of it this way. Gene editing is like adding or removing pages from a book, permanently changing its content. Epigenetics is more like adding bookmarks, highlighting certain passages, or skipping over chapters. These changes don't alter the words in your DNA, but influence how the story unfolds. Epigenetic modifications occur through mechanisms like DNA methylation and histone modification. These processes control whether genes are expressed or silenced. For example, DNA methylation can turn off genes that promote inflammation, while histone modification can open up regions of DNA that support cell repair and growth. The key difference is that epigenetic changes are reversible. Unlike gene editing, which makes permanent changes, epigenetic modifications can adapt to your environment and lifestyle. This flexibility means that your genes are constantly interacting with your surroundings, giving you the ability to influence your genetic expression without altering the core DNA. Can epigenetic changes be passed down to future generations? Yes, epigenetic changes can be inherited, making this field of study incredibly significant. When parents experience environmental factors like stress, poor nutrition, or toxin exposure, these can leave epigenetic marks on their DNA. These marks can then be passed down to their offspring, affecting their health and development. For example, research on famine survivors has shown that their children and even grandchildren carried epigenetic changes linked to metabolism and increased risks of chronic diseases. This phenomenon, known as transgenerational epigenetic inheritance, highlights how the choices we make today can influence the health of future generations. The importance of this concept is profound. It means that by adopting healthy habits, like eating nutrient-rich foods, staying physically active, and managing stress, you can not only improve your own genetic expression, but potentially set the stage for healthier outcomes in your descendants. Conversely, negative epigenetic changes caused by poor lifestyle choices may increase the risk of conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or even mental health disorders in your lineage. Epigenetics underscores the responsibility we have not just for our own health, but for the genetic legacy we leave behind. Every decision you make can ripple across generations. How long do epigenetic changes last? The duration of epigenetic changes depends on the type and context of the modification. Some changes, like those caused by acute stress or temporary dietary shifts, may be short-lived and reversible. Others, such as those resulting from chronic lifestyle habits or prolonged exposure to toxins, can persist for years or even a lifetime. Interestingly, certain epigenetic marks can become imprinted and passed down to future generations, extending their impact. The reversibility of these changes means that adopting healthier habits can undo some negative marks, giving your body and genes a chance to reset over time. How to avoid negative epigenetic changes? Avoiding negative epigenetic changes begins with mindful lifestyle choices. Start with your diet. A nutrient-rich diet high in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and whole foods can support healthy gene expression. Avoid processed foods, sugar, and trans fats, which are linked to inflammation and negative epigenetic marks. Regular exercise is another key factor. Physical activity boosts the production of anti-inflammatory proteins and supports genes associated with longevity. Even 30 minutes of moderate exercise daily can have a profound impact. Stress management is equally important. Chronic stress leaves a lasting imprint on your genes, so incorporating mindfulness practices like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing can help mitigate its effects. Prioritize sleep, as it plays a critical role in repairing epigenetic damage. Poor sleep is linked to negative changes in genes regulating metabolism and immune function. Finally, minimize toxin exposure by avoiding contaminated foods, smoking, alcohol, and reducing contact with environmental pollutants. Staying hydrated and eating organic foods can also help your body eliminate harmful substances. By consistently making these positive choices, you can create a supportive environment for your genes, promoting health and reducing the risk of negative epigenetic changes. In conclusion, epigenetics reveals a profound truth. While your DNA provides the script, your lifestyle determines how the story unfolds. Unlike traditional genetics, which views your genes as static, epigenetics shows that diet, exercise, stress, and sleep can influence gene expression without altering your DNA. Chronic stress or poor habits can leave lasting marks, sometimes affecting future generations. However, these changes are reversible, offering a chance to rewrite your genetic legacy. By adopting healthy habits, you not only optimize your well-being, but also shape a healthier future for generations to come. Thank you for tuning in to Levitas. Please share today's video with friends and family, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications for future videos. Your support is appreciated. It helps us grow and create more content to empower your health. Remain tuned to Levitas for more expert advice on your health and fitness journey. So stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.